is ESPN Classic.
Cus D'Amato, trainer and manager extraordinary, who stands in the same relation to boxing as Knute Rockne does to football.
It is the mark of a great fighter when he has character plus skill. Because a fighter with character and skill will often rise and beat a better fighter because of this. Character is that quality upon which you can depend under pressure and other conditions. Character makes the fighter predictable. Character helps him win.
Okay, look, Cus D'Amato, you're a man of boxing. I would say you're scientific, you're creative, you're artistic. You brought up Floyd Patterson. I would say you're one of the greatest boxing teachers or trainers ever lived. Now, this Ali shuffle that I've perfected, many people say it's clowning, they say it's joke, it's not sincere. What would you have done, or what would you advise a good fighter to do when I do the shuffle? Now, you must remember, the second I do the shuffle, whatever you have planned, you're going to either forget it or you're going to look at my feet.
Well, that's what you say. I don't think I would do that.
Just demonstrate something. Let me show you.
Demonstrate with who?
You're a little too old to really fight. I'm just going to show you something.
You're going to take off your coat.
No, just take your coat off a minute.
I got to take mine off,
Take your
too?
coat off. I'm going to show you something. Now, number one, first of all, I said the shuffle is so fast, it confuses you. Now, what would you do when I did the shuffle? Most people forget what they're doing for a minute. It confuses them for a second. All it needs is fractions of a second. Or you either look down or you're confused. Now, what would you do if you was a fighter?
You did what?
I did all these shuffles.
Well, you just telling me.
Why are you getting on guard?
Well, listen, I think you're going to do the shuffle.
I done did it. You didn't see it?
That's
It's
right.
over.
So
It's
fast I couldn't see.
No, seriously, the shuffle is just, I'm bouncing. Don't hit me now. I'm not in shape. I'm a little out of shape. I'm jumping around. And for a minute, whatever, put your guard up. You're not going to be doing this in the ring.
That's
Is that your
right.
position?
That's right.
Well, that's your position. And we are boxing. And for a minute, I'm doing the shuffle.
That's what I would do.
You're not as dumb as you look.
That's right. That's right. I did.
That was pretty good. But let me show you something. You can go through the same move again.
Oh, now you know.
All right, well, what's your next move going to be?
Well, that I wouldn't tell you. I might fight you
Well, you don't
someday.
have to tell me. Put your guard up. I'm getting ready to do the shuffle again.
No, now you're going to give me the consequence.
No, you done run out of
All right, go
moves.
ahead.
You know nothing else to do.
I know now you know what to do.
See, same thing.
Bing! That's what I would do next. Go ahead. What else?
Well, now, you knew what I was going to do, too.
No. Well, that's right, because I knew that I only left certain areas you could hit me.
What about in real combat? If this was a real fight and you were a young fella and you're about 7th, 8th round, you're hot, you're sweating, you're tired, you're frustrated, you're exhausted, and then I did the shuffle, you probably couldn't think that.
Oh, yes, I could, because I would be a disciplined fighter before I fought you. And any fighter that would have fight you would be disciplined enough to do what I asked him to do, otherwise he'd never fight you. Because unless the fighter that I had knows how to do what I want him to do, which I know is necessary to be done in order to beat you, I wouldn't let him fight you.
So just because he can get past the shuffle with a body punch or so, you think that'll beat you?
No, not that. But every fighter develops...
So what about the people that I've already put the shuffle on and
Well,
made it
let's
work?
not talk about these people.
What you mean now, let's not talk
Let's
about
talk
them?
about the people or the fighter that I would handle if I were handling
Think
them.
of a heavyweight champion in history that
Well,
you
that's
would have
true.
picked.
No,
Think
not
of
them.
one.
No, I wouldn't.
Think of one of the
No.
past champions that you would have told how to beat me.
All I can say is anybody that I would work with that was disciplined enough, when I mean disciplined, be able to carry out what...
You mean crazy enough to get in the ring with me?
Well, put it that way if you like. Now, there are some fighters, most fighters develop a pattern. A pattern is a method by which they do something which they're not aware of themselves.
You must remember that was a pattern you just used. First of all, when I did the shuffle, your move was here, which left you open here.
No, that's what you
Then
said.
the
Here's what I
second
did.
time,
No, wait,
huh?
you're saying that.
I saw you.
No,
That's
I
what you
did
did.
this.
That's what you
I
did.
was not open there. I never do that. Never do that.
No, you must realize.
No, I
you're
do
kinda
realize.
Short.
No, I
you're
never
kind
do
of
that.
short, and a younger fellow couldn't get to me as quick as you did.
Now, let me say this. I never do what the other fellow wants me to do. You see? I have to develop enough discipline.
A great enough fighter could make you do what he wants
Well, he
you to
could
do.
try. And then would be a contest.
Or
as
in
to who
other
could make
words,
who do what.
in other words, if I'm ranked by many people as one of the fastest in history, And if you're telling me that that chauffeur wouldn't continually work on you, you're telling me that if you was fighting, you would be one of the greatest in all history, too.
Not exactly. You see,
No,
everybody...
that's what you're saying. You're telling me that you would have been one of the greatest.
A man is only as good as his
we don't
weakness.
have to argue in front of the camera. Let's take a ride. Come on, you take a walk with me. Let's talk to Stood a chance. Jack Dempsey? Whew, boy, they run you out of New York City talking like that about Jack Dempsey.
I only give the facts. I analyze the situation coldly and calmly and impersonally. The people involved had nothing to do with it. This is a matter, you're doing something and I do something else. Dempsey, while he was aggressive and determined and very, very persistent, he had one basic fault. In pressing his man, he would lean forward like this. And this is the way he would lead him off, like this.
You mean I could hit him that easy?
Well, no, you see, this is what I mean. You get out there and you throw the chair. Now, you could hit my head and score on me, but I can't score on you, no matter what I do.
Dempsey fought?
See? That's the way he fought. Was head forward like that. Now, in order for him to get he has to be able to get like this. Now you have to come closer. Bang, bang, bang. As you move, ice. We both try to beat each other. Now I have a chance. The other way had no chance. His head was always there. You could tap him all night long with your eyes closed, do a couple of your fancy jigs.
Well, I'll have to watch some
Look the other way, wave to a couple of friends.
I would say this, if Jack Dempsey fought like you was just saying, if he's that easy to hit, I would agree he wouldn't have stood a chance. But I have to look close at his films to see if this
He
is
constantly presses forward like this.
And you're not
His head
looking
about-
nowhere. You're not looking nowhere.
That's exactly what he would look up, and when he looked up, his chin came up. When he looked up to see, his chin came up, and then you see what would
So
happen.
you're telling me now that
you
Jack
watch.
Dempsey,
You
every
watch.
once in a while he would look up, but ordinarily he
watch.
went like this. You mean tell
Well,
me
no, he would go like this.
But
see?
then,
Like this. And he would bend a little bit, but he was always moving like this with his head forward.
Pretty good for old man.
Well, that's the way he moved. And for this reason, he becomes vulnerable to your style. It meant that you could hit him with the jab, and he couldn't reach you. You'd have to leap.
Well, we'll pause.
Like the type of punch he hit Gene Tunney with. He had to
think
leap
you've
with a long
explained
left
yourself.
foot.
We don't want to waste too much time. We'll just take a look now and see what Jack Dempsey actually did. We'll watch the film because I really can't believe I beat him that easy.
Well, I don't know how easy you think you'd beat him, but I know that he would be very vulnerable to your style. It's a matter of style.
So in other words, if it was a decision fight, I would win it.
Without a question in my mind. Well, Dempsey would lean forward, making him vulnerable to your jab when he couldn't hit.
Was Dempsey that? Hold it. Oh, I've got one thing to say. Now, Dempsey, I understand, was 6'2".
I wouldn't. Height
Which
doesn't have
means he
anything.
was
You know, height has nothing to do
but
with
his
it.
reach was longer than yours.
The
Now,
reach has
when you
nothing
threw
to
those
do with it.
punches,
It's a
you
matter of
stopped-
timing. You know that.
Hold it now. I got
Timing.
the spot. Got
Timing.
the spot. When I would jab at Dempsey like this, and how would you throw a punch now?
Well, how could anybody
Throw your
throw a
punch.
punch? You couldn't
Now,
throw.
if Dempsey was holding
You
now,
couldn't
see
throw.
where you fall
You can't
short.
reach
See, well, Dempsey might because he was
No,
6'2".
he couldn't. Look, he couldn't because he was too far away. Now, Marciano, on the other hand, would be aggressive, but somewhat different. He would not lean forward. He would lean to the side.
Yeah.
That means you have to come closer to him.
Right.
See? Now,
I see, yeah,
you see? Now when you come closer, he can hit you if you ever try to jab
Yeah.
or to the side, or if he got too on room to take your punch and then hit there. And if he landed, he would follow up.
Yeah.
In other words, he would draw you closer by virtue of the fact he did not have that what I consider a bad fault of
Well,
leaning forward.
well, say
He
what-
leaned to the side,
wait
and he
a
was
minute.
constantly aggressive.
This is not me talking. This is you.
Yes, of course.
Say me and Rocky fought. He was at his best. I was at mine. What you said had been a knockout of decision.
Well, let me
Who
say
would
this.
win?
I think it might be a knockout. It might be. But however, the fight itself
Oh,
would
who
be
knocked who out?
the fight itself would be determined in the last few rounds.
Who knocked who out?
I'd rather not say right now. I'd rather not say. In my opinion, the fight, the end result of that fight would be determined in the last few rounds.
Who knocked who out?
Well, if he got to your body and other parts of your body,
he could have
often enough,
probably I got him. Is that it?
he would
could've
absorb
went
that.
either way.
He would absorb it.
Oh, he would absorb.
In other words, he was professional enough to take what he had to take without affecting his determination, his aggressiveness.
he would absorb my punches, but I wouldn't absorb.
I
his.
don't know. We would have to find that out
Let's take
with
a,
you.
Let's take a walk.